Hello, my friends. I'm Patrick and I'm happy to see you here again. Welcome to English4You. Today, I want to ask you something very simple. Imagine you have a phone in your hand. Your phone is beautiful, modern, and useful. But if you never charge it, will it work? No, of course not. The phone will stop, the screen will turn off, and the battery will die. You cannot make calls, you cannot send messages, and you cannot use the internet. A phone needs power every day. It needs energy to continue working. Now, think about your English. Your English is like the phone. It also needs power, but the power is not electricity. The power is practice. Every time you read, listen, write, or speak in English, you give your English a little charge. Learning a language is the same as charging a phone. If you only study one day in a month, your brain will forget many words. You will remember little and feel frustrated. But if you use English every day, even for 10 or 15 minutes, you give your brain new energy. Slowly, your English becomes stronger and better. Many people want to speak English fast, but they forget one important thing: practice must be daily. If you eat food one time in a month, your body will be weak. If you drink water one time in a month, you will be very sick. The same is true with English. If you don't give your English daily practice, it will not grow. But if you make English part of your life, like brushing your teeth or drinking water, your progress will surprise you. Today, I will share 10 simple daily habits that can change your English forever. These habits are not difficult. They are easy, short, and very powerful. You don't need expensive books or private teachers. You don't need big classes or perfect grammar. You only need your phone, your curiosity, and a little time every day. With these habits, English can become natural in your life. Step by step, word by word, day by day, you will see the difference. Remember, the secret is not to study a lot one day, but to practice a little every day. That is how you can really improve your English. Habit 1. Read a little every day. Reading is one of the best ways to learn English. When you read, you can see how words are used in real sentences. You do not need to read big books or difficult texts. You can start small. Read short stories, news, or even posts on social media. Reading only a little bit every day can help you a lot. For example, before going to sleep, you can read just one page of a book or story in English. If you like movies or series, you can turn on English subtitles. Subtitles help you read while you listen. This makes learning easier and more fun. When you watch a video with subtitles, keep a notebook with you. Write down new words that you see. After the video, check the meaning of those words. Then, try to make 1 or 2 sentences with them. In this way, the new words will stay in your memory. Reading is very important because it helps you improve your vocabulary. Every time you read, you meet new words. Some words are simple, and some words are new for you. Little by little, your vocabulary becomes bigger. With more words, it is easier to understand English, and it is also easier to speak and write. Reading also helps you with grammar. When you read, you see how people use words together. You notice how sentences are made, how verbs change, and how questions are asked. You do not need to study grammar rules all the time, because reading shows you grammar in action. For example, when you read the sentence, "She is going to school," you learn not only the word school, but also how the verb is going works in a sentence. Another good thing about reading is that you learn words in context. This means you do not only see one word alone, but you see it inside a sentence or story. For example, if you read, "The cat is under the table," you learn the word under. But you also understand how under is used with the table. This makes it easier to use the word later when you speak. Reading every day also helps you think in English. If you read a story, you imagine the story in your mind. Your brain starts to connect pictures, ideas, and English words together. This is very good for learning, because English becomes part of your daily life. To make reading a habit, choose things that you like. If you like sports, read short sports news in English. If you like music, read the lyrics of your favorite songs. If you like cooking, read simple recipes in English. When you enjoy what you read, it is easier to continue every day. Remember, you do not need to read a lot. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. What is important is to be consistent. Try to read something in English every single day. Day by day, you will see progress. Your vocabulary will grow, your grammar will be better, and you will feel more confident. In short, reading a little every day is simple, fun, and very effective. It is like taking small steps. Each step may look small, but after many steps, you will see how far you have come. So, open a book, a story, or even your phone, and read some English today. Habit 2. Listen to English every day. Listening is the first step in learning English. Before we speak, we must listen. This is the same way babies learn their first language. A baby listens to many words every day, and slowly, the baby understands. Later, the baby starts to speak. You can do the same with English. Listening comes first, speaking comes later. When you listen, your ears and your brain start to work together. Maybe you do not understand everything at the beginning. That is normal. Do not worry. Even if you understand only a little, your brain is still learning. Every time you listen, you get better. Every time you listen, you understand more. Listening every day is important. If you listen today and then stop for many days, your brain forgets. But if you listen every day, even for only 10 minutes, your brain remembers. A little practice every day is better than a lot of practice one time. Small steps make big progress. There are many ways to listen to English every day. You can listen to music in English. Choose songs you like. You can look at the lyrics and try to follow the words. When you listen to a song many times, the words stay in your memory. Singing is also a good way to practice pronunciation. You can also listen to podcasts. A podcast is like a small radio program. You can find podcasts about sports, news, stories, or hobbies. Choose topics you enjoy. If you like cooking, listen to a podcast about food. If you like football, listen to a podcast about sports. Learning becomes fun when you enjoy the topic. Movies and TV shows are also very helpful. When you watch a movie in English, you hear real conversation. You can use subtitles in English. At first, read the subtitles. Later, try to watch without them. You will see that little by little, you understand more. Listening also helps with speaking. When you hear English words many times, you learn the right sound. You learn how people really say the words. In books, English is sometimes very formal. But in movies, songs, and conversations, English is natural. This helps you sound more natural when you speak. For example, in a textbook you may read, "How do you do?" But in real life, people say, "Hi," or "What's up?" Listening helps you learn the English that people really use every day. Listening also improves your pronunciation. When you repeat what you hear, your mouth and tongue practice the correct sound. You start to copy the rhythm and the intonation of English. With time, your speaking becomes clearer. Do not be afraid if you do not understand everything. This is normal. Understanding takes time. At first, maybe you understand only 1 or 2 words. Later, you understand short sentences. After some months, you understand most of the conversation. The secret is to keep going. Do not stop. Make listening part of your daily life. You can listen while cooking, cleaning, walking, or traveling. You can listen in the morning, in the afternoon, or before you sleep. Every moment is a good moment to listen. Remember this, listening is learning. Every time you listen, your brain is working. Even if you do not notice, your brain is practicing. If you listen every day, you will see progress. Slowly, English becomes easier and more natural for you. So, listen a little every day. Songs, podcasts, movies, conversations, all are good. The more you listen, the more you learn. Step by step, you will understand English, and one day, you will speak it with confidence. Habit 3. Speak. Speaking English is very important. When you speak, you practice with your mouth and with your brain. It is like exercise. If you go to the gym, you make your muscles strong. If you speak English, you make your English muscles strong too. Many people wait until their English is perfect. They say, I will speak later. I need to study more. But this is not good. If you wait, you will never speak. The best way to learn is to start speaking now, even with mistakes. Mistakes are normal. Mistakes are not bad. They are proof that you are learning. Every mistake shows you something. For example, maybe you say the wrong word. Then you can learn the right word. Maybe you use the wrong tense. Then you can study it again. Without speaking, you will not see your weak points. Mistakes are your teacher. Speaking also helps you feel more confident. Many learners are shy. They are afraid to speak. They think people will laugh at them. But when you speak more and more, the fear becomes smaller. You start to feel strong and sure of yourself. You understand that people are not laughing. Many people are happy when you try to speak their language. This gives you motivation to continue. Another reason to speak is to improve fluency. Fluency means speaking without stopping too much. At first, you stop many times because you need to think. But with practice, you think faster. The words come more easily. Your brain starts to connect English directly, without translation. You can practice speaking alone. For example, when you clean your room or cook food, talk to yourself in English. Say, now I wash the dishes. Now I cut the vegetables. This knife is sharp. You can also look in the mirror and speak to yourself. This helps you feel more comfortable. It is also very good to speak with other people. You can find a friend who is also learning English. You can practice together. You can talk about your day, your family, your hobbies. You can also use the internet. Many apps and websites connect you with people from other countries. Some people want to practice English, and some people want to learn your language. You can help each other. When you speak, do not worry too much about grammar. Grammar is important, but communication is more important at the beginning. If the other person understands your idea, then you are successful. Later, when you have more practice, you can focus more on grammar. Remember this, mistakes are not failure. They are part of learning. Every child makes mistakes when they learn to speak. They say words in a funny way. They make grammar errors. But this is how they grow. You are the same. Mistakes are a sign that you are moving forward. So speak every day. Speak to yourself. Speak with a friend. Speak online. Speak without fear. The more you speak, the stronger you become. The more you speak, the more confident you feel. The more you speak, the more fluent you are. Speaking is the key to learning English. Habit 4. Write something every day. Writing in English is very important. It is like a small mirror. When you write, you can see what you know and what you do not know yet. Writing helps you check your words, your grammar, and your sentences. If you write a little every day, you will feel more sure and more strong when you use English in your life. When you write, you need to go slowly. Speaking can be fast, but writing gives you more time. You can stop, think, and choose the best word. You can also check your sentences to see if the order of words is correct. This practice is very good because the brain remembers better when we take time to write. At the beginning, do not worry if your sentences are short. For example, you can write, I woke up at 7. I ate bread and coffee. I went to school. This is simple, but it is English. Later, you can try to make the sentences longer. I woke up at 7 o'clock because I had to go to school early. I ate bread and coffee, and I listened to music while I was eating. Step by step, your English will grow. You can also write about your day in a notebook. For example, what time did you wake up? What food did you eat? Did you talk to someone? What did you learn today? If you write every day, you will see progress. In 1 week, maybe you can write 5 or 6 sentences. In 1 month, maybe you can write a small paragraph. After some months, you will be able to write 1 page in English. Writing is also good for learning new words. When you read something in English and you see a new word, try to use that word in your own sentence. For example, if the new word is beautiful, you can write, the sky is beautiful today. Using the word makes it stay longer in your memory. Another idea is to write in English on social media. You can post a simple sentence on Facebook or Instagram. For example, hello, friends. Today is a good day. Little by little, you can make your posts longer. Hello, friends. Today I went to the park. I met a friend and we talked about music. The weather was sunny and I felt happy. Writing helps you in many ways. 1. It improves grammar. You practice the correct order of words. 2. It helps you remember vocabulary. Your memory is stronger when you write. 3. It organizes your thoughts. You learn to put your ideas in clear sentences. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are normal. Every mistake is a step to better English. The important thing is to keep writing and not stop. So, take your notebook or open your phone and write something in English today. Maybe 3 sentences, maybe 1 small paragraph. But write. Tomorrow, write again. Writing every day will make your English more natural, more clear, and more strong. Habit 5. Learn 5 new words every day. Learning English is like building a house. To build a house, you need bricks. Without bricks, the house will fall. In the same way, to use English, you need words. Words are the small pieces that make sentences. If you do not know words, you cannot speak, you cannot write, and you cannot understand other people. This is why words are so important. But here is the problem. Many students try to learn too many words at one time. They think, if I study 50 words today, I will learn English faster. But the truth is different. If you try to learn too many words at once, your brain becomes tired. You will forget most of them tomorrow. It is like eating too much food in one meal. You do not enjoy it, and your body cannot use it. The secret is simple: learn only 5 new words every day. 5 words is not too many. It is not too difficult. But if you learn 5 words every day, you will know 35 words in 1 week. In 1 month, you will know about 150 words. In 1 year, you will know more than 1,800 words. That is a lot. Step by step, your English will grow. Now, how can you really learn these 5 words? First, write them down in a notebook or on your phone. Look at the spelling. Say them aloud. Listen to how they sound. Then, try to make simple sentences with them. For example, if the new word is apple, you can say, I like apples, or this apple is red. The sentence does not need to be long or perfect. What matters is that you use the new word. At the end of the day, before you go to sleep, look at the 5 words again. Repeat them in your mind. Try to remember the sentences you made. Repetition helps your memory. The more times you see or say the word, the easier it stays in your head. Also, try to use your 5 words in real life. If you are chatting with a friend, use one of the words. If you are writing a message, add one of the new words. If you are thinking in English, try to make a little story with them. The more you use the words, the stronger they stay in your memory. Why is this habit so important? Because vocabulary is the heart of communication. The more words you know, the more you can say and the more you can understand. New words give you new ways to express your feelings and your ideas. They make reading easier because you do not stop every time to check the dictionary. They make listening easier because you understand more of what people say. And most importantly, learning new words gives you confidence. When you know the words, you can join more conversations, you can speak more freely, and you do not feel lost. So remember, do not try to learn everything in one day. Go slowly. Learn 5 words today, 5 tomorrow, and 5 the next day. Keep going. Little by little, you will build a strong vocabulary, and with it, you will build strong English. Habit 6. Think in English. Thinking in English is a very strong habit for learning. Many people try to speak English, but they always think in their own language first. For example, a Spanish speaker may think the word in Spanish, and then try to find the English word. This takes time. It makes speaking slow. It also creates stress, because the brain is working in 2 languages. When you think directly in English, everything becomes easier. You do not need to stop, translate, and then speak. Your words come out faster. Your sentences sound more natural. You can have conversations without many pauses. People can understand you better, and you feel more confident. Why is thinking in English important? 1. Faster speaking. When you see an object, your brain says the word in English immediately. For example, you see a cup. If you think cup, you can talk fast. If you think in your own language first, you will lose seconds. 2. Better fluency. Fluency means speaking smoothly, without many breaks. Thinking in English helps you keep talking without stopping to translate. 3. More natural English. Native speakers do not translate. They just talk. When you train your brain to think in English, your English starts to feel like a normal part of life. How to practice this habit? Look around you. When you see things in your house, say the word in English in your mind: table, chair, window, book, shoes. Try to describe small things too: red shoes, big chair, cold water. Plan your day in English. For example, in the morning think, today I will go to school. I will eat lunch with my friend. After that, I will watch TV. Simple sentences are enough. Talk to yourself. This may feel strange at first, but it is very useful. When you walk, cook, or wait for the bus, tell yourself what you are doing: I am walking to the bus stop. The bus is late. I am hungry now. This trains your brain to use English automatically. Use English in your thoughts. When you are alone, imagine small conversations. Hello, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Or think about questions. What will I eat today? Maybe I will eat rice. The results. At the beginning, it can be difficult. Your mind wants to return to your first language. But little by little, it gets easier. After 1 week of practice, you will notice some change. After 1 month, you will start to use English words faster. After many months, you will think in English without trying. This habit is very powerful because it makes English part of your daily life, not only study time. Reading and writing are good, but thinking in English means your brain never stops learning. It is like carrying English with you all day. Final idea. Do not worry if your sentences are simple. Do not worry if you make mistakes in your thoughts. The important thing is to stay in English. With practice, your sentences will grow longer, and your ideas will be clearer. Thinking in English every day will make you faster, more fluent, and more natural. Habit 7. Be consistent. Learning English is not about doing something very big one time. It is about doing small things many times. Small actions every day are stronger than one big action in 1 week. For example, it is better to study 15 minutes every day than to study 3 hours only one day. Your brain likes repetition. When you repeat something many times, it stays in your memory. Try to make English part of your daily life. You can study every morning after breakfast. You can listen to English every night before sleep. These are small actions, but they are powerful. They create a routine. A routine means you do the same thing again and again. Routines help you grow. Think about brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day, not only one time in a week. If you stop, your teeth will have problems. English is the same. If you stop practicing, your English will become weak. But if you practice a little every day, your English will become strong. Consistency is like exercise. If you go to the gym one day and lift many weights, your body does not change. But if you go every day, even for a short time, your body becomes healthier. Your brain is like a muscle. It needs training. English practice is training for your brain. When you are consistent, you see results faster. You will remember words more easily. You will understand more when people speak. You will be able to write and read better. All your skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing, improve together. Consistency makes your learning natural. You don't feel stressed. You just live with English. Sometimes, people wait for the perfect time to study. They say, "I will study when I am free," or "I will study when I feel ready." But the perfect time never comes. The best time is today. Even if you are busy, you can always find 5 or 10 minutes. That small time, every day, is better than nothing. Also, remember, English is not a race. You don't need to be the fastest. You don't need to compare with other people. Learning English is a journey. A journey means you walk step by step. Every small step takes you closer to your goal. If you are consistent, one day you will look back and see how far you came. With consistency, you grow with confidence. You will not be afraid to speak. You will feel proud of your progress. It is not magic. It is daily effort. Every morning, every night, every small action counts. So, be consistent. Make English part of your life. Study a little, listen a little, read a little, speak a little, every single day. Step by step, you will succeed. Start today, and tomorrow you will be better than yesterday. Habit 8. Dive into the culture of the language. Learning a language is not only about learning words or grammar rules. It is also about knowing the culture. English is not the same everywhere. It changes in different countries, regions, and situations. For example, American English, British English, Australian English, and Canadian English have their own words, accents, and habits. Learning the culture helps you understand how people really use English every day. One way to do this is to watch real English content, movies, series, documentaries, news, and music in English. This helps your ear hear the language, and you also learn words and expressions that are not in books. You can also follow English creators on social media. They speak in a natural way about current topics. It is also important to understand the meaning behind words or phrases. Many English expressions have history or culture. For example, the American dream is not just el sueño americano. It is an idea about success and life in the United States. Knowing the culture helps you understand the real meaning. You can also join communities where people speak English. You can join forums, Facebook groups, or Discord rooms. There you can talk with native speakers or other students. This helps you practice and motivates you because you see English in real life. Finally, learning culture makes English fun. You don't learn English like homework. You learn it like a fun experience. Watching a movie, reading a book, or talking about culture makes you want to continue learning. In short, learning the culture of English opens a door to real experiences and makes English part of your daily life. Habit 9. Surround yourself with English in daily life, personal immersion. Personal immersion means having English around you every day, even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. It changes your routine and makes English natural. For example, you can change the language of your phone, computer, or apps to English. This makes you read and understand instructions, menus, and messages in English all the time. You can also label objects in your house in English. Door, mirror, chair, window. Every time you see them, you practice English without thinking. Immersion also means thinking in English during daily activities. If you are cooking, you can think, "I need to cut the onions and boil the water." If you are walking, think, "The bus is coming, I need to hurry." Thinking in English makes your brain use the language as something useful, not only schoolwork. Another idea is to listen to English while doing other things. For example, put on a podcast, radio, or music in English while you work or exercise. At first, you may not understand everything, but your ear learns the sounds, rhythm, and accents. Surrounding yourself with English also means talking with people. If you don't have native speakers near you, use language exchange apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, or Speaky. You can chat or call with people who want to learn your language, and you practice English. The secret is to be constant. Small daily actions make English part of your life. Then, you don't need study time, because English is always with you. Personal immersion makes English part of your life. It is like living in an English-speaking country without leaving home. Habit 10. Repeat and check yourself. When we learn English, we often study words or phrases, and the next day we forget them. This is normal because our memory forgets what we don't use. A good habit is to repeat what you learn many times on different days. Do not study many hours in one day. Look at the same words little by little. This helps your memory keep them. For example, if today you learn the word book, you can review it tomorrow, then in 3 days, then in a week, and so on. Each time you use it or remember it, your brain keeps it stronger. It is like painting layers on a wall. Soon, it is very hard to forget. It is also important to check yourself. Ask. I use this word in a sentence. Can I hear it in a movie and understand? Can I explain it with my own words? These questions help you see if you really know the word. If not, it is okay. You can practice more. Another way is to write what you remember without looking at notes or say it aloud. You can use flashcards, apps like Duolingo or Quizlet, or ask a friend to quiz you. This habit gives confidence. Every time you remember a word or use a phrase, you feel progress. That makes you want to keep learning. In short, repeating is like watering a plant many times. Checking yourself is like looking at the plant to see if it is healthy. With this method, you learn easily. Your brain does not need to memorize everything at once. You learn slowly, and it becomes part of you. I'm Patrick and this is English for You. See you next time.